Hi, my name is Melanie Albert, and I'm the author of A New View of Healthy Eating, and I'm really excited to be here today with spiritualadrenaline.me with their holiday dessert guide. And the reason I'm really super excited is that we're going to be making a brownie, and we're going to be making a really unique brownie with sweet potatoes. So we have sweet potatoes, which are naturally sweet, and when we cook them, they get even sweeter. We are going to use for our sweetener some dates, which are Arizona medjool dates. And with the flour in this brownie that we're going to make, we're actually doing a little bit differently. We have brown rice flour, so often people use white flour, just kind of like white wheat flour. This is brown rice flour. It'll be great for the blood sugar, keeping it down a little bit. Of course, we're going to have a little bit of raw cacao. I made some other flour with almonds, so these are just ground almonds. We have another sweetener, which is our maple sugar, which is absolutely delicious, and we're going to add a little bit of salt. So the first thing that I'm going to do in this sweet potato brownie is teach you how we can cook sweet potatoes in a bamboo steamer. So I have pre-sliced the sweet potatoes, and I'm putting them in the bamboo steamer nice and mindfully. And what's going to happen, I have some water boiling over on the stove, and the steam from the water in the pot is going to come up and cook the sweet potatoes. This is a great way to cook any kind of vegetables. All of the nutrition stays in the vegetables. The nutrition is not down in the water, and it's really quick and easy. So these sweet potatoes are only going to take probably about 5 or 7 minutes to cook. I have a bamboo steamer with 2 different levels, so I'll put the rest of the sweet potatoes on the second steamer. Again, spacing them out so that the steam from the boiling water can come up and cook the sweet potatoes. And space them out nice and carefully, loving the beauty. And again, we are making a brownie with sweet potatoes. So I know it's delicious, and just stand by, watch the steps while we put the sweet potatoes onto the pot with the bamboo steamer. And we're placing it on the pot of boiling water, and we are going to let this cook maybe for about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll come back, and then we'll be back to our brownie. So we have steamed our sweet potatoes, and they are looking really, really good. They cooked, maybe for about 5 or 7 minutes. And if we put a fork in them, you can kind of see that they're done. And what we're going to do is put these sweet potatoes into our blender carefully so I don't burn myself. So again, we're making a sweet potato brownie with dates. And we started with our sweet potatoes that we cooked in the bamboo steamer. They look really good and bright. They do have a lot of beta carotene, which is great for our eyes. And we are going to add our sweet dates, always a nice sweetener. And we're just going to blend this a little bit. So it's kind of interesting. We have sweet potatoes that are naturally sweet when they're cooked, especially when they're cooked. And we have the sweetness of the dates. So if you have a sugar craving, this is actually a really great base for this brownie. And that is looking really, really good, as always. And then what we're going to do is take our dry ingredients. So we have our brown rice flour. Again, no white flour. It's going to be a gluten-free brownie, vegan, no dairy, no animal protein. We have our almonds, which are kind of like a flour. And we have our beautiful maple sugar and a little bit of sea salt. So when I cook, I really enjoy the mindfulness of it. I mean, it's fun to just play with the colors and the textures of the ingredients that we have, and I just think that's beautiful. So, when we look at mindfulness, it's being present in the kitchen, just taking a moment to be still with the food, and when we're enjoying the food, usually it tastes a lot better too, and you can just feel the love and feel the passion. So we have our basically a flour mixture that has all these great healthy ingredients. And I'm going to take our sweet potato date mixture here that we've really just basically food processed and put that right into our dry ingredients carefully. And it's still a little warm, so I have to be a little bit careful. And then we're going to mix that up and bake it for maybe about 20 minutes. So this is a sweet potato brownie. Yeah, hang on. There we have it. Trying to get all of the sweet potato out for us. So the sweet potato will add a lot of moisture to this dish. We'll just mix it up a little bit. Again, very, very mindfully, taking the wet ingredients, mixing them up with the dry. Oh my, I wish you could smell this, but I invite you to make it at home because I am literally smelling the raw cacao powder, the chocolate, coming out of this chocolate brownie already. So really, we just want to mix it up, get it nice and smooth. We don't have to over-mix it. You could probably even do it with your hands if you feel like doing that and enjoying the process. So there's our brownie mixture. Looks pretty good. Just want to make sure we have all of the dry ingredients mixed into the wet ingredients. There, I think we're pretty good. And I basically have a pan that's ready with some parchment paper. So this is I have a little sweet potato on my arm, but this is unbleached parchment paper. So often people use parchment paper that's white. That's been bleached out with bleach. So this is natural parchment paper, and it is easy to clean up. We'll be able to take the brownie right out of the pan really quickly and easily. No mess to clean up with our pan. Putting our brownie ingredients right into the pan. And I am going to use my fingers. I'm just going to spread the brownie into the pan. And then we're actually going to cook this at about 350 degrees, maybe for about 20 minutes. And when it's finished, we'll put a toothpick in and make sure that there's not wetness in there to make sure it's all the way cooked through. And then we'll enjoy our sweet potato brownie. So we have our sweet potato brownie. I'm really excited for Tom to try this. It baked for about 20-25 minutes at 350 degrees, and it has sweet potatoes in it. I'm going to prepare it for you and have you taste it.
What else is in it? Sweet potato.
Yeah.
What are the other ingredients?
Sweet potatoes, dates, brown rice flour, and almond flour. So I ground some almonds.
So again, this is a vegan as well, correct?
Yeah.
So it's vegan. It has low glycemic load sweeteners, which are important for people in recovery. It has also some really healthy fats in it as well, correct?
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, sweet potato is such a staple of my diet for bodybuilding and training because it just really helps in a lot of respects. But it's really one of the healthiest foods that you can incorporate into your diet. And again, it's low on the glycemic index in the context of it's a complex carb. It's not a simple carbohydrate. So everything in here, I'm hoping it's delicious because if it's delicious, I'm telling you, it's good for you and it's good for your recovery. So let's, when you're done there, making it even more delicious, we're going to give this a shot. What are you putting on top?
Well, Tom, I really like to make my food pretty, so we actually just have a little bit of raw cacao to add just a little bit of prettiness, and
nice.
It's a good antioxidant.
Okay.
And I have some nice little goji berries there.
Awesome. And we went through goji berries are, again, one of the recovery superfoods that you and I have talked about in the past. All right, let's give it a shot. So this is sweet potato.
Yeah, can you believe you're eating sweet potato brownie?
It's phenomenal. It's really phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Awesome.
This is awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're interested in learning how to create sweet potato brownies on your own, you can check out Melanie's book, A New View of Healthy Eating, by going to her website at www.exp. This is so good. I'm not putting a lot of work. extra cardio after this at www.expnutrition.com. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Thank you. So there you have it. I'm excited. Again, I can smell the chocolate. It's a really simple recipe for the holidays, a really great treat. You could take it to an event. So have fun with this recipe, with the chocolate brownie. And if you have any questions, feel free to take a look at my book, A New View of Healthy Eating, and you can purchase it at www.expnutrition.com. And have a happy holiday and have fun baking with your family.